scenario plays out where they lose their first playoff game and Peyton Manning is standing on the sidelines, relatively healthy, there's going to be people answering questions for that. It's the same story if he's in there and they lose, and Brock Osweiler was effective up to that point. You brought Peyton Manning back in.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Morning Glory. My name is Eddie Law. If you saw anything on my Twitter, I was supposed to be on maybe fucking 40 minutes ago. More truck issues with this thing. Yeah, it's basically time to replace this thing. So, what's up, Dave? So we're at that point. I gotta get a new one, which sucks, but you know, necessary. I might go for an import like a Toyota or something next, something that lasts me a long ass time. I had the truck for 5 years. Took care of it like a motherfucker. For Christmas, you know what? If I had the money for myself for Christmas, I would. But I haven't invested in the future. What can I say? So, I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Now that I think about it, now I'm just like, I find it funny when people get like cars for Christmas and shit. And like some of my friends in high school, they graduated, they got cars, like brand new cars and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? And I was just like, I didn't expect it. Hey, you too, Dave. But I didn't expect it very much. Like, I didn't ask for like anything like after like graduation. I never asked for anything. I don't like asking for shit. I don't even like hoping for shit. Like, if I want something or need something, I expect myself to go out and get it. You know, car included. So I always find it weird when my friends just got shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, your family does that? They just give you shit like that? Like, all right, cool. Not to put them down, I just find it weird. In my reality, that doesn't exist, right? So, I always say good for them. I remember one of my friends, we graduated college together, and he got a brand new, it was like a Ford F-150, the fucking supercharged one. So, brand new too. So we took that shit on joyriding and shit. But he got that for getting a, what was his degree? He was a business major, so I guess, yeah. But you would expect that gift to come if you got like a you were pre-med or something. But no, he got it for a business degree, and now he's working, like, I don't know where he's working, but he ain't making that kind of truck money, I'll tell you that much. So, it's just weird. I find it weird. I don't like having shit if I didn't earn it. How's that? If I don't deserve it, or I don't feel like I earned it or deserve it, I don't like having it. Like, there's been a couple gifts that I've gotten that are still, put away. Because of, I just didn't know. It was weird. Anyway, I'm about to sneeze, so I apologize ahead of time. Wow, sorry. I hope I didn't blow anybody's ears out. I tried to cover the mic, it didn't work. Allergies are getting me again, so this sucks. Anyway, if you guys heard the news yesterday, Tyrann Mathieu out for the season. That broke my heart like a motherfucker. I'm still upset about it because man, one of my favorite players in the NFL and a guy that worked really hard. What the fuck is with all the cops being out today? Dude, is there something going on I don't know about? There's cops everywhere. Jeez, maybe it's because I get out of my house way earlier and the cops don't come out till like an hour after. But there are police cruisers just parked. They're not doing shit. They're just sitting in their fucking cars. Check it out. Hold up. I wish I could show you the camera. There's literally 3 squad cars outside of a Dunkin' Donuts. If there's ever been a stereotype, that right there was it. Anyway, Mike asking about GRE last night. I only got to watch about 40 minutes of it, maybe 30 minutes of it. Turns out it went really long, so I was not staying up that late to watch it. I actually passed out with it still on. When I woke up, I was looking at the screen, and it had said this broadcast has ended. So I missed. It seems like I missed the first hour, and then I missed the last hour, I guess. So I caught the very middle of it. It was actually really good. If you just a little part I watched was actually really good. I'm assuming you watched the entire thing. So I thought it was fucking great. They were talking about a lot of shit. They were talking a lot about Kurt Cobain and how the conspiracy theory. Although I'm not sure if it's much of a conspiracy anymore. It's pretty much a belief now that Courtney Love faked his suicide. So, which is very, who knows, it's very possible. That bitch's crazy. That chick is fucking insane. I remember Dave Grohl hated her forever, and then I saw I saw somewhere that like they were hugging, and I was like, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here with that shit. But Dave Grohl's a really nice guy, and he's one of those guys that doesn't like negative shit in his life at all. So, not surprised he did that. But you imagine if Corny Love doesn't exist, or doesn't bump into Kurt Cobain, we might still have one of the best, one of the best songwriters and singers and bands of all time. But then again, we might not have got Foo Fighters, so who knows. Yeah, Eddie Bravo was on a fucking roll last night, I tell you that. And then, what else were they talking about? They barely talked about fights, and the whole idea of the podcast was to recap the UFC's this last weekend, so they didn't really do much of that, not when I was watching anyway. At the very end, they were talking about Conor, of course, they were talking about Nate Diaz, RDA, Cowboy Cerrone, a little bit about Ronda, Holly Holm, Johanna, the two Russian chicks that whooped asses last weekend on short notice. So, excuse me, I definitely recommend watching that episode, last night's episode. It's with Eddie Bravo and Brandon Schaub. So, definitely go watch that. Other than that, everything's slowing down because we're going into Christmas and all that, so there's really not much going on. Odell Beckham Jr., for football fans, is suspended for a game. He should be suspended for the year, but he's only suspended for a game, which is annoying, to say the least. To me, I think it's unfair as fuck, but whatever. And then, what else is going on? Wow, it's been a fucked up morning, so I'm just trying to get to work. Turn on music, please. I would, but I'm not going to. But I would. Normally I would in the morning. But not to mention, all you would get is old school hip hop, like gangster rap. So if you're a fan of Ice Cube, once in a while you'll hear me blast that shit on here. But I had really nothing else on my mind this morning. I woke up feeling awful, to be honest with you guys. So still going to work because that's what I do. And it's not, it's not, first of all, it's not contagious. I don't go to work. Why? Because I just can't. But I don't go into work just to get other people sick. If I'm sick, like where I think, where I know everyone's else going to get sick, I'm not doing it. I'm going to find a way to not go. But this is like a stomach issue I've had for a while. I think I was talking about the Z-Pack shit like yesterday, and we what was it? Wow. Okay, and that shit gives me a stomachache like a motherfucker. So that's still going on. I think today was the last day. Or last night was the last night. I had to take the Z-Pack, and I should be done with it now. I just thought about something. Rogan also talked about Dominic Cruz and doing the commentary with him. How he wishes. Hey, look, I'm going to work, bro. I am sucking it up, my friend. I'm getting shit done. I got today, tomorrow, and a half day or so on Thursday, and that's it until after Christmas. But Rogan was talking about doing the commentary with Cruz and how he wishes he could do it all the time. Yes, please, make it happen. UFC make it happen. But I think Brendan Schaub didn't bring it up for that. I think Brendan brought it up. Why are you closing your eyes? I got an eye thing. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, it's what happens when you've been punched in the head too many times, probably. So I blink a lot. What can I say? That's why I'm not on television. That's why I only do Periscope and YouTube. But and that's why I do radio-ish. There's a crash at baseline. No wonder this shit's going slow. Stupid. Come on, bitch. Let me through. So anyway, but I think Brendan brought it up. I think to say like, hey, is it because you were talking about leaving or what? Is that why you're doing it? Or is that why they brought in Dominic? And Rogan never let him get that far as I know, from when I was watching. It was more like Rogan was talking about how awesome it was and how he wishes he could do it all the time. But I think Brendan wanted to ask, like, is the UFC about to replace your ass? Like, I hope he doesn't get replaced. I like Joe. A lot of people hate Joe. I don't get it. They're like, oh, he's taking sides and he's leaning and he's biased. First of all, he's human. Second of all, he's friends with a lot of these guys. And third of all, he's just explaining he's just talking about what he sees. That's it. Doesn't mean he's biased. Just because you're a fan of the other guy and he's describing your fighter's opponent's, gifts and shit, or, skills and shit, it doesn't mean that he's biased. And it really is up to Joe, yeah. Joe's contract ends in August. And, Joe's contract ends in August, and it's his choice. He won't get fired. I don't think he will either. I think he's one of those guys that the UFC, that Dana White will not fire. Or the Fertittas, because he was there. He's been there from almost the beginning, And he did so much work for them for free. Like, for free. Just literally said, hey, just give me and my friends tickets to the fights, and I'll do it for free. No problem. And it worked out pretty well. Shit, I'd do that if I knew I could do commentary for MMA. Which, 100% honest, I can't. I could call a football game, no problem, and I could call a basketball game, no problem. But if you try to get me to do commentary on an MMA fight, it's gonna be a lot of shit. There's gonna be some shit that confuses me, not a lot. And honestly, mostly on the ground game. On the stand-up, we could talk. But I would never even pretend to be able to do commentary or something like that. And Joe Rogan's one of the best. Jimmy Smith, also one of the best. Dominic Cruz definitely showed a skill, I'll tell you that. That dude's good. So if we could get Rogan and Cruz, that'd be legit. Put Goldie somewhere else or something. I don't really care for Goldie, to be honest with you. Cruz and Rogan be the shit, I'll tell you that. Last night we did an episode. Oh, don't hate on Jimmy Smith. Jimmy Smith's the shit. I like Jimmy Smith. That guy's good, and he's a funny motherfucker too. In fact, go back and watch the JRE with Joe Rogan and Jimmy Smith. That was a good episode. I enjoyed it. But I like Jimmy Smith, man. He's good, and he's a good dude. He shoots the shit with people during the Bellator events when he's calling fights and shit. He shoots the shit with people on Twitter. I don't know. He's a really good dude. And last night we did an episode of Encerrados en la Jaula, our Spanish MMA show, and we actually had a fighter, kind of like almost last second, a guest. His name is Ricardo Palacios. He's a professional MMA fighter out of Texas. Dude is 6-1, and if you look up his highlights, he hits like a freaking Mack truck. That guy hits hard, 135er with knockout power. Now, I'm not saying he's UFC material. Yeah, he's 28 years old. He's got a little bit of time left to try and get there. He did 3 weeks. Doesn't have the fight knowledge. Jimmy? You mean like Jimmy Jimmy has fight knowledge on the ground and on the feet. If you're talking about the history of old fights and stuff that's happened before, you're probably right. Rogan has a weird fucking brain where he stores all kinds of MMA information, and he's like an encyclopedia for MMA. Jimmy, not so much. No, Jimmy can describe anything almost. It seems like, to me anyway, that he can describe pretty much anything. So I don't know, man. I'd like to see Jimmy and Rogan do something together like that. What's up, Sean? So that would be legit. Anyway, haven't done any of the drive homes in the last couple of days because it just hasn't been much to talk about, and honestly exhausted by the end of the workday. So, and then after that, I still go to the gym and I still go do the radio. I'm still doing the radio show tonight. Don't trip. I'm doing it. Did it last night. Last night we had that MMA fighter on our episode on Crossbones. Dude could hit like a motherfucker. I'd expect to see him in Bellator or World Series fighting, but right now he's fighting for Combate Americas, which would be a great promotion if it was not on during the middle of the week. That'd be a great promotion, honestly. And it's weird. So reporting for duty. How you doing, man? Yeah. You always tweet me those Nicole. I'm gonna freaking sneeze. Those Nicole Laurel pics. Laurel. I don't know how to say her name. Her last name. She's fine as hell. If you guys haven't seen it, Sean always tweets these out. This chick is gorgeous. I don't understand how she's not like a ring girl for somebody. Like she got booty for days. She out booties Ariana any day, or Brittany Palmer any day. Out booty any day. She is. Oh yeah, see, Mike knows what I'm talking about. She's freaking gorgeous, and yeah, it's just retarded how hot she is. Like, it'll make you stupid for a second. Like, I look at her pictures and I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, every time Sean sends it to me, it's always like, if I'm doing something important, and I see the show, if I see, because on my phone, it shows a little preview on top, right? Like, of who sent what. And if I'm doing something important, it says Sean's name, and it says Nicole on it, I wait to see it. I don't click it right away, because I know I'm going to be, like, stopping, like, oh, shit, that's not even fair. So I finish what I'm doing, then I look at it. Because otherwise, I'm just going to stop and be like, fuck. Who is that? That's, wow, you know? So, that's fun times. Here's some funny shit to me. Apparently, Chris Cyborg, someone correct me if I'm wrong, I might have read it incorrectly. I'm pretty sure I didn't. I'm pretty sure I got it 100% on. But is Chris Cyborg selling shout-outs for Christmas? Did anyone see that shit? Was it just me that saw that shit? And Invicta actually retweeted her shit about looking to get a Christmas present, get your loved one a shout out from Chris Cyborg. My first thought was Chris Cyborg. Oh, I fucking knew it. You know who cried the hardest? I know Rhonda and her family cried when she got knocked out. You know who cried the hardest? Chris Cyborg. There goes her payday, and now she's selling shout outs for Christmas. All you that were doubting Rhonda's importance in women's MMA. Exactly. Some people think she's got, yeah, but Chris, man, selling shout-outs. Get the fuck out of here. That sucks. Yeah, the PR people are garbage for her. Her first mistake, hiring Tito. You know what I mean? Cyborg got to sell them shout-outs to the title fight with Ronda. Like, oh, yeah, that's gone, dude. Even if they made that fight, it wouldn't do anywhere near what it could have done. And that's really, honestly, it's on Cyborg from not making 135. That's literally it. And now I'm 100% convinced she can't make 135. I think it's impossible for her to make 135. Her next fight is at 145. You know? I think Cyborg can't make 135 and she knows it. So I think, all this shit talk she was throwing out there was just to try to pressure Ronda into going down to 140 or going up to 140, 145. And Ronda wasn't going to have that. And honestly, I'm with her. Why? Back when she was the champ, mind you. Back when she was a champ, yeah, fuck that. You come to me, bitch. You want part of the pie. I'm not gonna go and give you this shit. Get out of here. So a lot of people are going, well, she wants to fight the best, doesn't she? Yeah, but in what sport does the champ go to the challenger unless it's something super personal? And it wasn't. You know what I mean? She can, like Robin Black said, cut some muscle. Yeah, but she don't want to do that. That's her fucking bread and butter, right? Is brute strength. Some of that roid shit stayed. So, she can get mad or whatever or whatnot about people saying she is on roids or whatnot, and she still looks like it. She still looks like she's on roids, the big girl. But now that's on her. She can't make 135. Now it's on her. She can thank herself for missing out. Not that anyone could have, predicted the Ronda storm coming through and making women's MMA what it is, but still. And that's honestly not that big yet anymore. Like, it's not as big as it was. Like, even with Holly Holm as champ, it's not gonna be as big as when Ronda's champ, I think. And women's MMA still has a lot to go. I mean, they got a long road to make women's MMA, anywhere near the men's divisions and all that. The talent's coming though. You saw 2 Russian chicks that showed up, or the one Polish chick and the one Russian chick that trains in Peru. They killed it this last weekend, and that gives me hope. That gives me lots of hope for the future MMA. Man, my nose is messed up. For the future MMA and or women's MMA. But as soon as Ronda was out the door, people were like, okay, who cares now? I don't think a Holly Holm. Look, I'm not hating Holly Holm at all. I think the first pay-per-view you'll get with Holly Holm, you'll get, the curious people. Especially if it's a rematch with Ronda, it's gonna be a huge pay-per-view again. But if it's Holly Holm against anybody else and they're trying to make that pay-per-view and make her the main event, it's not gonna do as much as if Ronda was the main event. It's just what it is. A lot of people can fight me on it if they want to, but if you think about it, Ronda Rousey was a draw. She talked all kinds of shit. Conor McGregor is a draw because he talks all that shit. Chael Sonnen was a draw because he talks all that shit. Michael Bisping has his contract because he talks all that shit. Still does somehow, sometimes, but not as much anymore. You know? You know what Demetrius Johnson needs? He needs a Conor McGregor. Somebody at 125 needs to start talking lots of shit and start backing it up. That'd be great. Make DJ, you turn DJ into Jose Aldo, except DJ could probably beat anybody. That dude's just fucking monster. There legit is like fucking mad cops out here. Alright, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm about to sneeze again, so I'm gonna let you guys go. We're gonna do Keyboard Warriors tonight. That's the idea anyway. I gotta talk to these guys and make sure that everyone's on board. It's like end of the year awards. Later, Mike. It's like end of the year award type of stuff. Or picks for the year. We're doing stupid shit though. Like we're doing like hype of the year, or most hype fighter to lose of the year, or whatever, stuff like that, right? Not like a keyboard warrior type of shit. None of that like legit. Like, oh, male fighter of the year. We respect them so much. It'll be like, that might be in there too, but it'll be like fun shit. I'll give you that. So if you guys have any suggestions for things we could pick, send them over on Twitter at elaw31 or at Kirby_MMA. We'll put them on the list. We'll figure them out. So, holy shit, Jesus Christ has joined my fucking Periscope. That's a trip. That better not be a sign. I tell you that shit. That's creepy. Anyway. Alright, you guys have a good one. Remember, you get one day closer to death, so make every single day count, especially if Jesus Christ shows up on your Periscope. Goddamn. I just broke every rule in the Bible. Kind of. Not really. Every rule of etiquette. Church etiquette. Amen. Alright, you guys have a good one.